Yo, SojuTalk Nation! On this week's episode, we'll be covering Fuego releases from Red Velvet, Momoland, SF9, and Ateez. We'll also be cooking up some spicy news coverage, including Produce 101 wrap-up and X1's Disbandment, Red Velvet's Wendy injured at Gayo Daejeon, Twice the Good and the Scary, 2020 Idol dating news, and SM's plan for the future. So prepare your body, make them resolutions, because we coming in hot for 2020. Hit me with that intro. Hey, what's up everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 68, and we're recording on Monday, January 8th, 2020. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, leave us feedback, questions, or hot takes at SojuTalk Podcast at gmail.com. Subscribe to the SojuTalk YouTube channel, join the SojuTalk Discord, and be a part of the SojuTalk Nation. Links down below. All right, first recording of 2020.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Your boy
real.
Doug is so jet lagged right now. If I am not on my top game, I apologize, but we are back at it again. We have a lot to catch up this week, so Harold will be on vacation for one more week, so we will see him next week. But I assure you, he has some spicy takes for 2020, so keep that in mind. Other big milestones, we reached 800 subs today and 100,000 audio plays a couple days ago. So big milestones for us.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for the support, everyone. Also, shout out to me because my birthday's this Friday.
Yay.
So shout out to me. We will be discussing our winter breaks at the end of the podcast, and I am going to be giving Warren and Anita some souvenirs / Christmas presents. But for now, I got presents for all of you at home. So in celebration on our triumphant return from winter break 2020 and my trip to Korea, I am happy to announce the Red Velvet Psycho giveaway. We will be giving away 2 copies of the Reve Festival finale version that I bought at SM Town in Coex Mall. So I bought this directly from SM. We will be giving away 1 copy here on YouTube, 1 copy also here on Discord, so I don't know why I said that. But on YouTube to enter, just be subscribed to us and leave a comment on the episode 68 video, so this video. On Discord to enter, type anything in the hashtag Psycho Giveaway channel. This giveaway is open to everyone, people here in the US, internationally, and if you're in Antarctica, we still got you, fam. Whew.
Yes.
We will randomly pick winners next Monday night, January 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern when we record episode 69, and the winners will be announced during that episode.
I feel like you do a lot of giveaways, Douglas.
I do a lot of giveaways.
What a generous man.
For the nation. Now,
For the nation.
I have my own copy, of course, right? Like, I gotta buy my own, right? So I bought 3 copies of this. I'll just show you a quick preview. This is a legit album. It has so much goodies in here, so be hyped for this. Also, we're gonna review the song in like a minute, so I got some
Yes.
takes. Good takes, though. All right, but in terms of the big new releases, let's start the actual pod now. Got all the announcements out of the way. We're covering a lot of stuff. I'm sorry if we're not covering everything, but we're going to cover the big songs that came out during the break. So on December 23rd, Monday, Red Velvet released Psycho. On December 30th, also a Monday, Momoland released Thumbs Up. Another Monday, so today, yesterday, I believe, on January 5th, Sunday, we had SF9 Good Guy. They released this music video before the album actually dropped. So keep that in mind. And then today, on January 6th, Monday, we got Ateez with Answer. But let's start at the top with Red Velvet's Psycho.
All right.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? First discussion of 2020.
This is,
Okay.
in my opinion, their best song since Bad Boy. And I'm going to go further that this is my second favorite Red Velvet song of all time now.
Wow.
I agree with everything you've said so far.
I'm going to say that it is a little bit better than Bad Boy, but right under Peekaboo. That's where I'm placing this song in my hierarchy. Because you know I like Peekaboo. The intro. Let's just start at the intro, which was what was in the teaser. Bro, they did a similar thing in the Parasite movie trailer too. If you check that out, there's similarities. Just so that's something to point out. But the vocals of Sugi and Wendy tag teaming in that intro, my goodness. And that's just the intro, right? Once we get into the song, like honestly, if we could redo these awards for 2019, this would be a solid candidate for Song of the Year. That's how much I like this song. Like,
Wow.
Okay.
the visuals and concept thing. Can we talk about this for a second?
Oh.
I really like it.
Kang Soo-gi.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. with the short wavy hair thing. Can she stop? My heart. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Like, you know, like I'm technically an Irene bias, right? For Red Velvet. Sugi's making her case here. Jeez. I'm going to be looking for a Sugi short wavy hair sticker to put on this wall. Like, I think that look for her is absolutely legendary. I think the choreo is next level and so strong. So the choreo was actually done by a 15-year-old dancer named Bailey Suk. And also former 1 Million Dance Academy studio choreographer Mina Myung. You probably know her as well.
Mm-hmm.
For me, 10 out of 10 fuego grade A banger of a song. And like I said in the 2020 predictions, Red Velvet, Girl Group of the Year in 2020. I'm already calling my shot here. So in a year's time, you can make fun of me if I'm wrong. All right, those were my takes.
I am generally in the same direction as you.
Oh,
As
okay.
in, I also like the song. I also think it's the best song they've had since Bad Boy. Let's start with this first. I'm trying to be optimistic this year. That's one of my New Year resolutions.
Oh, that's good.
Enough of the spicy takes. We're gonna start doing sweet takes, sugar takes, right?
What?
Oh.
Make
I
me
have a
vomit
lot
already.
of good stuff about this song that I like.
Mhm.
Already on that note, see, I'm doing a good job of being optimistic here, positive. This song, Doug talked about the intro already, but like with the string plucks and like, there's a lot of things reminiscent about Bad Boy. There's a lot of things with the trap, slow trap, and like they're kind of like elegant. Like that's the word that I'm getting out of this, right? That's the theme keyword. It's like very elegant. It's like a bunch of swans like fluttering around. It's great. That being said, it's not like they've been pushing out awesome songs. They went a little too adventurous with Zimzala Beam. Then they did no adventures with Oompa Oompa. I feel like this is the right amount of adventure and then keeping it to a very tasteful level of K-pop where it's like, you know, popular taste and whatnot. And then, I mean, going back to the intro, I just keep going back to the intro because this is how you do an intro.
Yes.
This is it. You introduce each element of the song. It doesn't have to be one by one. You just slowly introduce things so that the listener is able to kind of like digest what's going on while it's coming in. And it just, the buildup is so natural. And then, I mean, good song, just in general.
This song is amazing.
Just epic song, a lovely song. I don't know about a 10 out of 10.
It's close. It's close.
It's up there. It's up there. It's up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Anita. Oh, we might have our first pause of 2020.
Robot Anita, come back!
And we will take a break in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we back. Maybe we fixed the internet issue. Maybe we didn't. But Anita, give us your feelings about Red Velvet's Psycho.
I don't know. I had a lot of mixed feelings about this song in particular, just because I don't know if I would agree that it's like the next best thing after Bad Boy or like right up there with Bad Boy, but it's definitely a different take for Red Velvet. I think it's something that I wasn't expecting for this time of the year, and it wasn't the kind of sound that I thought they were gonna do. Because it reminded me a lot of like Ellie Goulding, kind of, if you close to me, that kind of sound. So it's very like mellow, a little bit darker kind of ballad. And I don't know, I don't mind it. I don't know if it's not my favorite thing from Red Velvet, but it's different, and I like that they keep doing different things. What I do like is it's very, the video, the concept, the outfits, everything is very aesthetically really, really pretty outfits, set design, makeup. I really like all the choices. I think for me, I think the one that stood out the most was Joy, and I don't know why. I think it was like maybe the hair choices that they did with her,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought she looked really, really well. Um, I don't know. I hope that this is not like the big comeback that they were planning for, but I feel like it might be, and that maybe if I felt like it should have been a little bit bigger for the finale of the trilogy. Like it should have been a little bit more energetic or a little bit stronger. But I don't know. I still like the song. I feel like it could have been worse. Where I'm thinking like really bad boy. But
Here's the crazy thing.
my personal favorite.
I don't know if I'm just really biased towards the song, but I feel like you might be in the minority opinion because
Really? Okay.
I'm pretty sure most people think this is like amazing.
Here's the thing.
But the thing is, like, it's not like I don't dislike it. It's just more like, yes, this is Red Velvet. This is good, but it wasn't what I was expecting for the finale of the trilogy.
I
think that was
definitely,
it.
I definitely do kind of agree with Anita's take on that, though. Like, I thought it's gonna be a trilogy, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's a intro, there's a build up, and then there's a climax. That's how I see like a trilogy to happen. You know, you look at Star Wars. You know, Phantom Menace, horrible, but it's an intro. Attack of the Clones, horrible again, but it's rising action, and then boom. Spoiler alert, Anakin becomes Darth Vader, right? Like that's kind of what I expected. Rather, this felt more like Rogue One to me. Like
okay.
It didn't feel like a climax. It didn't feel like a bang of an ending. It felt more like, all right, guys, we're done.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a take right here. I'm glad that they weren't going on the same line as the last two songs. like I love me some Red Velvet, but Oompa Oompa and Zimzalabim, y'all know how I feel about those songs. I am like, you know how when Red Velvet initially started, they were going to do red songs and velvet songs, where red songs are like your palgamat, upbeat, happy songs.
Right.
Velvet songs would be like automatic, like those type of sultry songs.
Yeah.
And then for a certain time they did that, and then at a certain point, what I want to say, Peekaboo and Bad Boy, they were sort of straight in the middle, right? Somewhere in the middle of that.
Yes.
Then it seems like really Bad Boy, it was about that same middle line, and then Zimzalabim, Oompa Oompa, we went back to the red side for sure. I would say. This is fully swinging back towards the middle, if not more to the Velvet side now, and I am 100% on board with more velvety Red Velvet stuff in 2020.
I mean, I agree. I like that they've kept going back and forth, and I like that they're Velvet side, lower, a little bit less intense songs. But I don't know. I guess maybe the continuation of how things were going for them, like the comebacks that they had starting in the summer, late summer. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder. Maybe like I don't mind that it's like a slower song, a little bit less intense. I guess I thought it was going to be a little bit more impactful. I don't know. I feel like I do feel like it's a great song in their discography. I just don't know if it's something that I would find it like super memorable.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be a festival. That's what they're calling it. It's the Reveille Festival.
Okay, F the festival. F the festival.
No, this is like an after party where like people are already drunk and they're like,
this song don't need a festival. This song don't need a festival. This song is so good, but all right. I think it's just more interesting because Anita and I generally are like really on page with like
that's true
95% of songs, and this is the 5%, so that's cool for 2020. All right, let's move on to a song. I don't know what we're gonna say about this one, but Momoland's Thumbs Up. They are from MLD Entertainment, debuted in 2016. Last three songs: I'm So Hot, Bam, Boom Boom, 10 music show wins. This is a comeback as 6, right? So they lost Taya and Yeonu officially, and Daisy is kind of on hiatus, but they speak in their interviews as if they're now 6, which I don't know how to feel about that. I think y'all know what's coming. I have No, I would not have major issues with this song if it wasn't a Momoland song.
Elaborate.
Okay. The reason I'm not a humongous fan of this song is because it's a Momoland song, and this is the same line of songs they've been doing since Boom Boom. If this was a random other group who decided let's go this path, that like hyper crazy drop EDM style thing in the chorus, and it wasn't Momoland, I might be like, all right, this is cool, fun. This is a one-time type of deal. But I feel like Momoland has been doing Boom Boom Part 2, Boom Boom Part 3, and now we're on like Boom Boom Part 4. I just have fatigue as a listener.
Okay.
That being said, out of all the follow-ups to Boom Boom, this might be my favorite one though.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, it seems like the company feels like if it ain't broke, don't fix it is what they're going by. Like they are like, this is what we are as a group, right? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I do though feel it's a little bit of a shame that they've pigeonholed them. Like they are a K-pop girl group, but at the same time they're like, I don't want to call them a comedy K-pop group, but they have comedy elements in their music videos and stuff.
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna say they're full Narazo or full Orange Caramel, where Orange Caramel has just accepted that they're a meme and does meme songs, but they are towing a fine line to that point. I feel. I don't know like the implications of that are, but they are going with a Nancy and Jui focus for sure. I think it was very evident in this music. I would say the two of them had combined maybe 60% of the screen time, whether you like it or not. The one part of the song, overall, I think it's a fun song. It's a Momoland song, right? I think that's a bad thing that I say that, but by saying it's a Momoland song, I'm sure all of you know exactly what I mean. The rap section.
The one right after the chorus.
So interesting.
I did not like it. It just took me so far out of the song. One of the lines was, I have too many followers. I cringed so hard when I listened to that part the first time. I don't know. Like, you know how like sometimes like, all right, so once in a while I make a joke about like Irene not being like the best rapper in the world, but I think everyone understands that. But at least in Psycho, I felt like, all right, this adds to the song. It's not taken away from the song. It still has its place. But in this Momoland Thumbs Up, I thought the rap section just like, I know they go for a breakdown oftentimes in these Momoland songs. I thought they went too far. But Warren, maybe you like the song more than I do. please tell me you do.
Like I said earlier,
you're being positive in 2020.
New Year's resolution. Be a positive human being. Are
you struggling to be positive?
Here's the thing. I generally agree with some parts of what you said, right? Like, they had a hit, right? And they cloned it. And then they cloned it again, but they kind of felt guilty, so they changed up a little bit. That's how I feel about their recent 3 songs. Boom, Boom Boom, Bam, and then I'm So High. And then this song comes out, which, again, clones their previous songs, takes the same equation, and then changes it up even a little further to the point where I'm like, all right, this is a Momoland song. This is the least Momoland song out of the 4.
That's true.
But it's still the Momoland song. I do enjoy it's positive. I enjoy the direction they're going in. I like that they're taking a lot. They're actually doing a lot of experimental arrangements with this song, and I really enjoy that. I really like that they're trying new things.
They switched up the producers.
I can definitely tell, but at the same time, they still have the toy brass thing going on. I'm like, I do not like this.
Yeah.
But there are things I like about the song. The bass texture was really nice. The drum samples were really nice. You could probably tell I'm digging the bottom of the barrel with this one because I'm talking about the drum samples and bass texture.
It's that common adage we always say, don't blame the artist, blame the company, right? It's like, obviously Boom Boom was a massive hit, right? It was one of the biggest songs of 2018, for sure. Like, it was one of the top 2 songs with Love Scenario.
I mean, then, y'all gotta try. It's like, because like Twice was getting criticized for doing the same thing over and over again. This is like this is way worse here, where you're literally taking the same song, same arrangement, same chord, whatever, and then, you know. But here's the thing. Going back to what you said about the rap section, this is my favorite rap section out of the 4 so far.
Really? Okay. Woo. Okay.
Not particularly because of the verses. I kind of ignored that while listening. The beat was kind of fire.
Oh, no, the beat was okay, but it was very different than the rest of the song.
Yeah. I wish that 16-8. I kind of wish that little 8-bar thing was a whole song in itself.
Oh,
I mean, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
Anything
there's like cool 808s, and then there's like strings and going on in the background, and the drums are like count, and I was like, oh, this is nice.
You know the thing with them, it's like, all right, obviously Boom Boom raised their stock significantly.
Yeah.
And every time they released like a Boom Boom clone, if you imagine yourself like a graph, they shot up. Every time they released another Boom Boom clone, they slowly went down a little bit in terms of group power, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of building up where the rate of decrease or downhillism is
you would
downhill.
think, like, I'm pretty sure that they had to re-record some of this because of the members leaving. Don't quote me on that, but I heard that somewhere.
Wouldn't be surprised.
You lose 33% of your group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, at that point, it's time to take some risks. At least, because you know how a lot of times people like certain idol groups because of specific members, right? Like,
Yes.
like let's say J-Line left twice, right?
Oh.
It would be tough. Like, it would be
man.
tough.
Big
Now,
oof.
imagine that for a Momoland fan. Let's say, like, Yeonu was your bias because she was many people's bias in Momoland, and she just leaves the group, right? You're losing, like, I'm not saying you lost 33% of your fandom, but you definitely lost a certain percentage.
Also, like, going along that, like, it was kind of noticeable in a not good way that they're missing members here. Am I the only one that kind of got that vibe? Because I forgot. Honestly, I'm not the biggest Momoland fan, right? I kind of forgot that they like are now 33% less than what they were in the previous comeback. And I saw the music video. I was like, wow, this looks a little empty.
It was pretty empty.
Yeah.
It looks a little empty. Why is
Anita-
it looking empty?
Anita, how do you feel about thumbs up?
I don't know. I feel like, to be honest, I understand the situation they're in. They just lost members. They've been in a tough spot as a group. Like, so I understand that maybe it's like the safe thing to not want to change. Maybe like that's a perspective they might have. Like, let's not rock the boat anymore. But I do feel like, I don't know. I was watching the video and I feel like it was meant to be like the Boom Boom hype, like very energetic, very fun. But I did not feel that. I don't know what it was about it, but something about like the dancing and like the girls and their expressions, like especially I feel like Jui. I saw her and I was like, maybe I was expecting her to be like extra hyper and peppy, like that's her image. But I didn't feel that for the song, and I don't know. Maybe if I'm reading into it, like knowing the situation, but I don't know. I feel like it was not.
That's like her blessing and her curse, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I get it that it's tough right now for them as a group, but I also feel like I would agree by saying it's about time that if they want to change, it would be now. Like,
they honestly need to like pack it in for like 4 months after they're done with these promotions, disappear, come back with something completely different. Even if you listen to their debut song, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I like that song way better than a lot of the songs they've had. But
you know what they should do? Like, they should, every time these Boom Boom clones happen, there's always like an 8-bar trap thing after the chorus, right? After the first chorus, right? They should make a whole song out of that, and then just go with the complete girl crush thing.
They should.
I feel like they could.
I think they could.
They could.
It's up to MLD to just let them. But now let's move on to the next release, which I'm pretty sure came out yesterday. I think. I'm not 100% sure if it was today or yesterday.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Okay, so this is SF9's Good Guy. So they are from FNC. They debuted back in 2016. Last year's songs were RPM, Enough, Now or Never. Zero Music Show win so far. For me, super solid song from SF9. Now, I prefer this over RPM, but not as much as Enough or Now or Never.
Oh, really?
I like those two songs a lot. The chorus is a bit chanty, let's be honest. Good, 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 bad guy, right? Like they say the same words many times, but it is very memorable. I'll give them that. If you listen to the first section of this song before the chorus, it sounds just like Feel Special.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
It's like the same chord progression, literally, and some of the same background noises. Now, I'm not saying they're copying. I'm just pointing that out. It's now that I've told you this, you will not be able to unhear it.
I heard it too.
My gripe with the music video was I wish there was more choreo shots because I know that SF9 is strong in the choreo and the dancing. We really didn't get to see it. Maybe that's why performance videos are, but I like to see more dancing in my music videos. That being said, I am super excited for SF9 in 2020. They have very good momentum going right now with Chani, who was on Sky Castle, that blew up, with Roan, who was on Extraordinary You.
Yes.
Like, their general popularity of their top tier members due to these dramas is very high. Like the two of them were on Knowing Bros this week.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yes. Like they were there with like the hot young actors. They came out, right? So it like
Hey,
yeah, with Haeyoon. Yeah, I like Haeyoon too. But I really like the shot of them in the music video at the end with the white suits on the spinny thing.
Oh, yes.
I thought that was really cool. It kind of looked like a watch or something spinning around, but
Bracelets.
yeah. Overall, though, I just wanted a little bit more choreo, but I feel that this is a very good song from them. Okay, Warren, what do you think of a good guy? Are you a good guy or a bad guy this year?
I'm
Yeah,
a
he's a
good
good
guy
guy.
this year. I told you my New Year resolution: sugar takes, sweet takes. Let's see how long that lasts, man.
You've gotten soft on us, fam.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Like, I went back and listened to some of their previous songs, and honestly, I kind of had to because I forgot. Like, I remember doing reviews of RPM, right? At the very least, I remember the music video. You know, we talked about like future funk and whatnot. I mean, not future funk, but cyberpunk and whatnot, stuff like that. This song was, not in the same direction at all, but at the same time, I gave it a couple listens and it was pretty solid. I was walking to work, before listening to the new Nafla album that someone sent to me on Discord. Shout out to Derek. But I was listening to it on the first song this morning, and it was a nice way to start the morning. It's a nice house beat, kind of deep house, a little bit of trap in there, fun. I do think it's a little typical. I do think it's a little cliche. I do think it's something that I've heard from other groups many times. But at the same time, they're doing a really good job of, putting out a song of this caliber in this genre. So if you've liked, for example, like the AB6 songs, like this will be something up your alley. That's what I think. At the same time, like I said earlier, it's a little forgettable personally. Even going back to the chord progressions Doug was talking about, I didn't notice that it was similar to Feel Special because it's a chord progression that's used all over the industry, especially with like R&B based songs. The most memorable part for me was the intro, where they have like the little synth thing. Like I'm not a synthesizer. I'm not doing a good job.
Duck.
All right, the duck's down to the beginning.
Okay.
Those are really memorable, and then they kind of like hide for the rest of the song after the intro. I kind of wish they used that a little more because that was, for me, that was what was like really special about the song, and then that really went away. But generally a nice song, not really too memorable. And then that's kind of the same gripe I have with their previous songs as well.
Also, I want to say it really is not great that they're coming back one day before Ateez either.
Oh.
If I remember last time when they came back, someone else was doing a cyberpunk thing the same week too.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't remember exactly which one it was,
Complicated
but someone else did
stuff.
Cyberpunk.
It was
at
like
the same
NCT
time.
or something.
Yes, I think it was Superhuman Week. I'm not. Don't quote us on that.
Oh, it might
But-
have been, yeah.
But like, the timing hasn't been great, I would say. But shout out to FNC. I visited FNC while I was in
Oh,
Korea.
wow.
I took a
Yeah.
picture outside of it.
But yeah, my final line with SF9 is I still want them to be a little more different, a little more unique, a little more memorable. Too. I'm sorry. But, yeah,
I
it was a
hope
good
that
song.
they don't become like, what was the group Gwangi was in? Jaya?
Zaya.
Because Jaya had really popular actor idols, but the group
That's
didn't do well.
true,
I
that's
really hope they don't
true.
become the next Jaya. That's my only fear with them. But Anita, what'd you think of Good Guy? Oh,
No, I'm back. I'm here.
okay.
No more robot Anita, guys.
Well, I had the same reaction as Doug about the beginning of the song because I heard the Feel Special similarities. I heard them, and I was gonna mention them if you were not going to. But I liked it, and I think it had that same feeling of like classy, kind of trying to look expensive, which I like.
Fancy.
I really love they did this really interesting thing with the cinematography where they split the screen where it's like
yes.
close up
So
and then
cool.
far back. That was really cool. I really liked it, and I really loved the set or the shots where they were just like white background and then like black suits, like black and white. I'm not sure what it was, but it was really really nice, really high quality. I don't know. I feel like I've been very pleasantly surprised with SF9 so far. Like I've liked everything to an extent that I keep wanting to check them out. So I feel like this is a step in the right direction where I agree with Warren to an extent that it does sound like something that another group has done already, but I don't dislike it. So I wish that they go in that route, but then change it a little bit, try to find their own sound eventually. So I'm pretty satisfied with them so far. I also wanted to give a shout out to a scene in the music video where Rowoon is playing tennis, and if you're a fan of the drama he was in, Extraordinary You would get a reference because he has a
That's a
thing
reference.
playing tennis in the drama. So that was really nice. I don't know. Overall, I really like where SF9 is going so far. I hope they do get bigger in 2020. I think they deserve it. I don't know. I feel like good things are coming for them.
Yeah, they're definitely like stuck in the mid tier right now. Hopefully they can break out though. But let's move on to one of the biggest releases. Well, the biggest release so far in 2020 out of everything that's come out. So January 6th today, Monday, Ateez came back with Answer. They are from KQ Entertainment. Debuted 2018. Last 3 songs: Wonderland, Wave, Illusion. 2 music show wins, but I'm sure that's going to increase. I did not expect this type of song. Right? I didn't watch any of the teasers or anything.
Yes.
But holy was it good. This was really good. Like, from the absolute first note of the song onwards, it was tremendous for me. I did not expect them to do a more like slow-paced, I'm not going to call it fully sentimental, but a sentimental-ish song. It still had that Ateez hard flavor though. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know, Ateez was predicted by a panel of experts as the breakout group for males alongside Dreamcatchers for females in 2020.
Oh.
That'd be nice.
I completely agree with both of those groups, honestly, going to break out this year. For Ateez, the thing that impressed me is they are now showing evolution and growth, that they don't just have to do hard songs the whole time. So I thought that was great. For me, this song was far better than Wonderland.
Oh,
Really?
I enjoyed this
Yeah,
way
okay.
more than Wonderland.
That's interesting.
Like, you know how I liked Wave, right? Wave was my jam.
Yeah.
And this ain't Wave, but this is really good. You know, I think that this is a top tier song from a group that will become top tier in 2020. Overall, beautiful music video. They do a nice like harmonizing in their choruses, which a lot of groups don't do these days. I thought that was great. And you know, their rap sections are going to be good because they're Ateez. And I feel that sometimes the rap songs did take you a tiny bit out of the songs, but in all the right ways. But Warren, you don't have as much of a happy face going on.
You're a nice guy.
So what do you think about Ateez's Answer?
nice person. Nice positivity.
Sweet takes.
Oh,
What was that? Oh my
oh
god.
man. Oh,
Are you gonna destroy this? Oh my god.
Ateez makes me feel like a college freshman again. It brings me
Oh.
back to those days.
What?
Let me elaborate on that a little bit, right? Like when you're in college, like remember when you guys just started college, you know, like
Mhm.
Yep.
welcome week, first weekend there, you know.
Yeah.
I remember like, you know, everyone in the hallway, I barely know these guys, and we were like, yo, there's this party going on at this fraternity. I'm like, what's a fraternity? And they're like, it's just come, you know, there's gonna be a party. I'm like, what's an American party? Like, just come. There's so much hype and it's so exciting. And then I get lost because it's dark
Oh.
and I don't know where I'm going. um And then I just, you know, I end up going home, and then I get texts and, you know, these snaps from people who went to the party and it looks like they're having fun. And I
Mhm.
feel like I'm missing out. And that's how I feel about this song.
What?
You feel it's a
I-
bit like messy? Is that what you're trying to say?
It feels like everyone's hyped for ATs and I'm the only one that's like,
Oh.
Bro,
not
I am
on the hype
hyped
train
for
at
I am
all.
on the 80s train. Woo woo! Bro,
He's the conductor.
oh man, yeah, there's a conductor over here.
let me
and
go
then
get
there's
something.
me.
You keep talking.
Here's the thing, right? I've had a couple gripes with their previous songs, namely
Mhm.
Wonderland. I think Wonderland
Yes,
was
you have.
not a song that I enjoyed really. And I had a couple gripes with it. I had a couple of things I didn't like about it. Douglas, my goodness.
I'm aboard the hype train.
Oh, here's the thing. I think Doug again, you know, summed it up really well. It took parts of their previous styles, like the tropical stuff and whatnot, and then put it into a nice, slow electro thing which they haven't done
Mhm.
yet. At the same time, they
Right.
added their own flavor into, which theoretically is everything I asked for in K-pop. You know, do something that's trendy, but add your own flavor to it. Wonderful. And then out came this song.
You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
Tread carefully with your next words, sir.
I like the pianos in the background.
Oh my! You really just all right. Be honest. You're not a fan of this.
I didn't like it. At the same time, I didn't dislike it.
Alright,
That's
well,
what I'll say.
Rank this versus like Wonderland, the last.
Way above anything is above
Okay.
Wonderland. My
Rank-
goodness.
So, but compared to like Say My Name, this is lower.
See,
He
this
doesn't
is my
remember.
problem with ATs because I don't remember Say My Name at this
What?
point, even though I listened to it this morning.
He's not a
Okay.
fan.
Here's the thing. I do think it's if you liked the previous AT songs, you probably will like these songs. At the same time, I do feel like just the song by itself, without the music video, it's not super memorable. Again, a lot of cliches being thrown around left and right. Yeah, they did add their own flavor, but at the same time, their own flavor we're talking about here is kind of cliche to begin with the tropical thing. Their rap line, man, I don't have anything positive to say in all honesty.
Oh
Really?
no.
Yeah, man. Please don't tell me the name of the orange-haired guy.
Don't tell him,
Don't
Anita.
tell me,
Why? Why?
because I will not have positive things to say.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm glad that I'm in the minority because I feel like everyone else is enjoying the song. And
I'm just
again,
telling you, the hype train is going quickly, and it is massive at this point.
maybe I'll fly in later on an airplane, jump in, and then get on the train later. But
I
at the
mean,
moment, I'm not on the train.
I didn't get the 80s hype until I saw them live, to be honest. And then I saw them at KCON, and I was like, I'm aboard this train, y'all. But Anita,
I do,
Anita,
one more thing, sorry.
Okay.
I do think one of their biggest pros is their choreo.
yes,
Yes.
yes, for sure.
And then I'm not like a
100%.
super big person about choreo. So like that might be.
Okay,
I'll
Anita,
just try
as the
so.
resident 80s fan, did you get the tickets? No, just.
No.
Okay, well, as the resident 80s fan, what did you think about Answer?
Well, okay. To be honest, I was kind of surprised to hear that they were having a comeback because, as you guys, as
This soon?
listeners might know, it's so soon. Yeah, they have a tour coming up, world tour. They were gonna be promoting or anything. But having seen that this is a little bit different, a little bit slower than their previous stuff, I guess it makes sense because it's maybe it's like a bonus thing that they were releasing. Hello.
No, you're good.
It's a
Bonus
bonus.
that they were releasing.
Yeah.
And then so I don't think they're gonna promote this very hardcore like their previous stuff. I hope they don't, because I think they should focus on their tour thing. But it was not what I was expecting. It was a little bit slower, a little bit more sentimental, like you guys mentioned. But it still had like that tropical vibe, which was why I thought it kind of threw me off, because here in the US it's a little bit colder. Doesn't quite fit with the weather, but I guess it retains their sound that they've been known for so far. What I found interesting about the song is that it seems like it's more like how would I call it? Like a piece of a puzzle here, because they're shifting gears. I think they're shifting into a different.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also. Yeah, they have lore going on. Yeah. Oh, Anita. Did we lose her?
Yep.
Oh no, you back.
I'm back.
You back. So you were saying that there's some lore going on now.
Yes. So if you have been keeping up, the stuff that happened in the music video kind of references their music video for "Say My Name," where they have like alter egos and stuff like that. I think it's called the Suicide Squad. That they like, that's the other half, their other me. It's really interesting. But so I feel like this is kind of like a beginning, like a stepping stone for the change in concept, or like a new chapter. I'm not sure. So I'm not taking this as like a hard comeback, like a full on comeback. I don't know if that's the plan, but that's what it feels like, especially with the timing.
Well, there's an album.
Right.
This album's called The Epilogue, isn't it?
It's broken all of their records within the first couple hours of its release.
Yeah.
It has crazy.
They're doing great.
It's doing really well. Like a lot of people are saying this is going to be their breakthrough album for sales, at least. But I think that covers all the songs this week. There's one side piece I want to mention. Well, there was 2 CL songs. We're not going to cover them. I honestly have a little bit of a CL fatigue at this point. But Yoonha released a song called Winter Flower featuring BTS's Rap Monster. Well, RM. Sorry, that's his name now, RM. She became the first Korean female soloist to hit the top of the US iTunes chart. And it dropped today on Monday, January 6th. So go check out Winter Flower.
Wow.
So really cool. Wow. Show winners over Christmas break. It's a mess. Okay. As y'all know, there's 6 shows, right? We missed 3 episodes of each show. But so the first one, the show, which is on Tuesdays, they had no shows the whole time. That's clean. That's easy, right? Show Champion also had no shows the entire time. That's good. Countdown on December 19th, Stray Kids won their first award for Levanter.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
And then on December 26th, the day after Christmas, Golden Child got their first win ever in their career with Wannabe. So that's cool for them. Music Bank, IU won her 4th award on the 20th of December. And then on January 3rd, Red Velvet got their first win for Psycho. Right. They followed it up by winning the next 2 days as well with Show Music Core and Inkigayo. Also on Show Music Core, back on December 21st, IU won her 5th award for Blooming. And then lastly, on Inkigayo, on December 29th, Mamamoo won their 7th award for Hip. Nice. That's really far after that song that they won their 7th time. So shout out to Mamamoo. Normally at this point, we would have hot takes with Cousin Harold, but he is going to be on vacation till next week because we have a lot to cover in the news section. Yep. There's 5 topics. Normally we try to limit it to 3. But I'll let you know he has a great take next week, and it's super relevant to what's been going on with us. So now, I don't know, that's a really weird teaser, but just know that the take's going to be good next week. Okay. Now let's move on to news and events. There's so much stuff happened over break, but we are going to try to sum it up for you. First one is called Produce 101 Wrap Up and X1's Disbandment. Back on December 17th, the prosecution of the Produce vote manipulation case released a statement that stated that the names of the affected trainees would not be revealed as their fundamental role is to just collect evidence and carry out appropriate punishment. I think that makes sense logically.
Makes sense to me as well.
The day after, on the 18th, Mnet content management leader Kang revealed Mnet will suspend the production of audition programs. The company will concentrate on programs with music as the primary focus. So I think that makes sense too at this point. That means that Mnet will not be having audition shows, but will just be having shows that focus on music. That's good.
Don't believe that, but okay.
The first big day that happened, I was in Korea for this. It was on December 30th. CJ ENM CEO called for an emergency press conference regarding the Produce 101 series controversy. At the press conference, these are the things they said. CJ ENM formally apologized and stated that they will be providing compensation to all trainees affected from the show's controversy and those who voted as well. So somehow they're going to be compensating the trainees who were affected and people who voted at home. And that will also be forfeiting all profits gained through future activities of IZ*ONE and X1, but now we know it's just IZ*ONE. That's coming later. Additionally, Mnet's past profits from all of their audition shows, which totals to about 30 billion Korean won, or about 25 million United States dollars, will go towards a fund designed to support the K-pop industry. It's kind of vague for now. We don't know exactly what that means. They also reiterated that the names of the victims would not be revealed. Lastly, CJ E&M confirmed that both IZ*ONE and X1 are planned to resume activities following recent events, with the companies of the members of X1 still in discussions. Well, big rip to that, because today, 1 week later, on January 6th, the X1 members' agencies met with CJ and unfortunately announced the group's disbandment. In their group statement from all the agencies, they stated, the X1 members and each of the agencies negotiated under the condition of unanimous agreement, but we could not come to an agreement, so we have decided on their disbandment. So what that means is that basically they would only continue as X1 if all of the companies agreed to continue, but because they could not come to a unanimous decision, they decided to disband them. For IZ*ONE's members, companies also gathered with CJ on the same day to discuss IZ*ONE's activities and have agreed to resume full activities. Rumors are that they might be coming back as soon as this month, but nothing is completely confirmed.
Wow.
The other rumor that came out was the meeting with the IZ*ONE companies took about 5 minutes.
Dang.
5 minutes.
Like I heard
Wow.
it I don't know if 5 minutes is the correct number, but they said it was like quick and they were all like ready to just say yes.
On the same boat.
Okay.
I think that the difference between X1 and IZ*ONE was that X1 did not sign contracts yet, and IZ*ONE, of course, had already.
Right. IZ*ONE already had a career going. IZ*ONE had they had a debut. I'm not sure if I would count that as a career going.
But it really sucks for the X1 members and their fans. Like,
yeah. If you were a fan, I'm sorry.
Stay positive.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that or?
Positive, guys.
No, she's talking to X1 fans.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll see these members around.
Yeah.
As in different entities, solos or groups and whatnot. Looking at the bright side, I'm kind of happy that at least I feel like we salvaged IZ*ONE out of this. I thought they were just gonna disband at one point, and that didn't happen. So I'm pleasantly surprised, and in a good way.
It's rough. Obviously I'm a IZ*ONE fan, right? So I'm happy, but at the same time, it's like the overall situation is so crappy. I know we've talked about this at length over the past couple months, but it's like these adults at CJ and some of these companies, like,
such a mess.
They ruined this for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Kids, when you guys grow up, don't be a greedy adult. You only get money that you earn. You don't steal the money. No, don't do that. Be a smart adult when you grow up, guys.
I mean, I at the end of the day, I'm happy that the CEO, like, he kind of had to come forward and be like, "I'm sorry, yo. Like we're corrupt. I'm sorry,
yo."
Like,
nah, it was the content management.
No. On the 30th, it was the CEO at a press conference. It was literally the CEO.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, that was the big day. They already made like the MBK trainees, Hangyul and Dohyun. You remember back in the day, Jui released this like, "I'm sorry, I talked about China or like you know the issue she had with China and Taiwan,
Yeah.
where she had to apologize and it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
They essentially did almost the same thing today. Yeah, it's not a great look.
Dang.
Yeah, they had like just them on a camera with a blank wall, and they had to like sort of say like, we're sorry at what happened, and hopefully things will be better going forward. That's just, why would you make them do that at this point?
It's not their fault.
I know, right? Like, overall though, I don't think the story is completely over until we literally get Fiesta. At that point, I'll be like, this is done, right? Like, because we don't know what's gonna happen, but we're in the final stretch, I would say, for sure now.
It feels like we're coming to somewhat of a, not a happy ending really, but a bittersweet ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just sucks.
All
right,
right, shout outs to DJ. I hope they follow through with what they told us regarding the compensations and whatnot. Well,
Yeah.
I want to throw some hands with CJ. Let me tell you. Okay.
Man, all right.
I visited the CJ building
Oh.
during my vacation. I went and saw all the broadcast
Did you go to
stations.
demonstrate?
No, but it's in, I think it's Sangnam or something like that, right? There's a area, there's all these like broadcast companies are there, like NBC's there, SBS is there. I don't think KBS is there, but the CJ building's there. They have a store, right?
Yeah.
If you look online of the store and you look at the inside of it, they have all this produce gear. They have like Shinsul Yugi, Journey to the New West stuff, because it's all kind of connected to CJ, right?
Yeah.
They had removed all of the produce gear, like all of the merch. Like, I was going to buy some A shirts, some F shirts. Like, I was so pissed that I'm never gonna get that.
False advertisement.
Also, it was like obvious that they had removed half of the merch from the store and just spread out whatever was left. It was like sad. That's like the store looked like they were missing stuff.
Imagine working for that store. Like,
Oh, there was one dude there. He looked like he didn't say a word. Like, maybe it was because like he knew 3 Americans were in the building. It was me, my sister, and my brother-in-law who's white, and he's like 6'3". Like,
I mean, no, if you work for that store, I bet you get Americans every day.
Yeah, they only had Journey to the New West stuff, and they had like 10 items in the entire store. Like each table had 1 item. I was like, bro, come on, where's the other stuff? Like,
imagine working for that store, and then like your manager comes in one day, and he's like, so we're gonna have to get rid of everything we have, and then spread out everything we have.
Yeah, it was kind of like depressing, but let's move on. Like all the news, this like not that great. Next one, I'm sure all of you have heard of this. Red Velvet's Wendy's injury at Gayo Daejeon.
There you go.
So on December 25th, Christmas Day, Red Velvet's Wendy fell about 2.5 meters from a platform during a sound check above the main stage of SBS's Gayo Daejeon. Wendy was attempting to descend stairs, but was unable to see that the stairs had not been set up due to bad lighting conditions. She was immediately taken to the hospital, and it was determined that her right pelvis and right wrist were broken, and her cheekbone was also cracked. Wendy also sustained numerous bruises across her body. SBS allowed other artists to continue using the set after the incident.
No.
Why would you do that?
So, following this incident, SBS controversially apologized to fans and viewers and only mentioned Wendy when wishing her a speedy recovery. They didn't even apologize directly to her in the first apology. As a result of the incident, Red Velvet was unable to perform during the live broadcast of Gayo Daejeon, and a pre-recorded performance of Psycho was aired. They also skipped the group promotions on all the other end of the year shows, and Wendy won't be joining them for the first leg of their, I don't know if it's the first leg, but a part of their world tour in Japan that's going to happen.
The Japanese tour.
Also, during the live broadcast and pre-show, there were many incidents of other performers slipping and falling. Affected artists include Mamamoo, Monsta X, BTS, NCT, and ITZY. So people were just like tripping and falling all over the place during this broadcast. On December 26th, after much public outcry and dispatch revealing the full details of the incident, SBS issued a second official apology directly to Wendy and states that they have begun an internal investigation. Who knows what that means? We here at SojuTalk wish Wendy a speedy recovery.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Bro.
Again, don't be a greedy adult when you grow up. Do your things. Do your chores.
So, So she was in this like, I'm gonna describe it. She was in this like hallway above the stage, right?
Right.
There's, you know how like in American bleachers they make those staircases out of bleachers, right? There was supposed to be that kind of staircase coming down.
Right.
So I don't know if y'all know this, but I performed on the stage as like doing tap dance for like many years, right? Generally on stages they put this like glow in the dark tape so you can see where the markers are and stuff like that. So you know where your spots are. If something's bad, you can generally tell where you are. They did not have the stairs set up.
That's so bad.
So she literally like, it's not even like if you fall, sometimes you know, oh crap, I'm gonna fall. Let me like brace myself or something, right? She was just walking forward and just fell.
Because
2.5 meters.
Nothing there.
There was nothing there.
That's so scary.
Here's
Like-
the thing. Like, my high school musical had those tapes.
Yeah.
That's not... I feel like those are basics.
Yeah.
You guys are just skipping off on basics here. Like...
Cutting corners.
Oh, did you have an accent there? Like, you said basics like an English person or something.
Oh. Just keeping off on basics there. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. I mean, it's just stupid. It's not one of those things where like, all right, you know, there was an accident because this happened. All right. I mean, you know, people make mistakes. I understand what happened. No, it's not one of those. It's just people being dumb and then people being hurt because people were being dumb.
Who lets you start the sound check and be like, oh, isn't she gonna come down those stairs? Where are the goddamn stairs? Like, is that too much? Like, there's all these, and these shows are not small shows, right? They like plan for these in months in advance. There's probably 1 million PDs, 1 million interns, 1 million stagehands all around, and not one person was like, oh crap, they started the cycle music and the stairs aren't there. Like, not one person did something.
Also, like, yeah, they didn't properly apologize, so they had to apologize for the second time. Man, I don't know about you, but big oof. Like, man, biggest oof of 2019, personally. Well, actually, not really, now that
You know, you want to hear another oof? I didn't write in this, but it also happened.
What?
Because Red Velvet wasn't performing live, they did not let the Red Velvet fan section come in to sit in the audience.
Oh, really? Wow. Well,
Yeah,
that's
that also...
how
For
kind
real?
of them, right?
No, for real. That was also reported.
What?
Now, that's not to say the other end of the year shows went smoothly either. So KBS had to issue an official apology to A-Pink and their fans after a broadcast error during the 2019 Gayo Daejeon. Basically, they were on the stage doing their thing. They were going to approach the end of their performance, and then they just cut them off and went to commercial.
Oh, yay. Just, you know, ignore them. Just go to commercial.
And a similar situation happened with Kim Jae-hwan at the NBC Music Festival. The same exact thing happened. He was towards the end of his performance, and then in here, he heard, like, you gotta stop. So he just had to stop.
Wow.
Look.
Like, you invite these people
Man.
to perform at your thing, and then you don't let them finish.
This just sounds very unprofessional.
I have a lot of gripes with these end of the year shows. I have a lot of problems with them, and this just adds on to the list. Personally, I feel like if they're gonna do it like this, they should just stop.
Let's pre-record everything. Honestly,
Yeah, just pre-record everything. You know what? I'd rather get a normal episode of Music Bank and Music Core instead. Like I'd rather get that than this mess where their collabs are like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like that's not. Nothing is worth here. Like. Come on.
So overall, the end of the year shows were a hot mess. But
My goodness.
let's move on to another hot mess. So this is Twice, the good and the scary. So the good, we'll get the good first.
Okay, cool.
Twice surpasses 1 million album sales in Korea for the third consecutive year.
Wow.
In 2019, the group sold 1.1 million albums, of which 340,000 were past releases, so not releases that came out in 2019, which suggests a huge influx of new fans. Their total album sales, including Japanese album sales, over their career is now at 7.9 million and is expected to reach 8 million soon.
Amazing.
Where did these new fans come from? Welcome, guys! We're a happy family here.
I contributed
Oh wow, what a
to-
plus surprise.
I contributed to 2 of those sales of the past ones, and then I bought Feel Special and Fancy as well. So that's me, yo.
You know what? I do have a friend who recently just bought the Signal album. So
Exactly.
There
we
it
go.
is.
Yeah. There it is.
All right, let's get on to the scary. Y'all probably know this one too, but
Oh man.
Channel A News reports on twice Nayeon Stalker members receiving police protection. So here's the big background of this.
Okay.
There is a foreign fan. I'm not gonna name him. Y'all can look him up if you want. So he's a foreign fan of Twice's Nayeon. He only fans her, no one else. Who is in Korea? This guy is in Korea and is willing to go to extreme lengths to meet her, give her gifts, and in his words, make her happy, which is creepy.
Man, don't say that, please.
Earlier this year, an admin of a Twice fan community released chat logs and claims that the individual had been actively looking for Nayeon, Twice's dorm, and her specific whereabouts.
You mean
JYP
earlier in 2019, right?
Yep, earlier. JYP has stated that they are seeking the highest level of legal action against the foreign stalker. A source from the police shared, in Twice's case, they are being provided with 2 things: reinforcement of patrols near where they live, and then they are also getting 112 emergency personnel protection. 112 is an emergency telephone number for the police in Korea, but they have like quick access to that in case something goes wrong.
That's very special.
So that has been going on for a while. It seems that the fan has been escalating his actions. So on January 1st, JYP revealed that Nayeon is currently under police protection after the stalker attempted to approach her while she was boarding a plane in Japan earlier in the day. Although she wasn't physically harmed, understandably, Nayeon was quite frightened by the incident. JYP has stressed that they will be pursuing charges to the fullest extent of the law for the incident, both against the stalker and those responsible for obtaining and selling Twice's flight information.
Oh my god.
Let me add on to that a little bit, because I haven't been closely following this news article, but at the same time I read some stuff about it, and it seems like the guy was kind of like taken back that Nayeon wasn't defending him at this point.
He was. No, I've read his Twitter feed. He was.
And then he was like, it seemed like he was losing interest and a little pissed off, dare I say, at Nayeon.
He's starting to get like question his own motives.
Yeah.
It seems. Now.
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of things going on here. Number one, someone's selling Twice's flight information. Also, there was an incident with Daejeon over Christmas break where one of the people checking the passports at the airport showed her passport to the cameras that were taking pictures.
Why would you do that? That's
So
literally illegal.
So her personal information got leaked that
What
way.
the heck?
Her literal social security number is on it.
You could tell she was pissed too.
Oh my god.
Because she knew what happened.
Yeah.
But going back to the stalker, so it is a male. I already said he. So it is a male. He's not from Korea. He is extremely wealthy, which is why he can support doing this. And overall, it seems like he is escalating what he is doing slowly.
So scary.
He should stop investing time and money on his efforts to be this weird creep stalking Twice. He should invest that time and effort into his facial hair. Does not look good.
Okay.
You guys know what I'm talking about. He's got some interesting facial hair going on.
I'm not going to comment on his facial hair.
He got some funky facial hair, man.
But
I hope he's not listening to the podcast.
So this is the most recent update. Today he stated like, it was a bit vague. I don't remember specifically, but he said he's going to be getting help in order to reach her tomorrow.
Man, no, don't get help. Hey, who's gonna help this guy? Who?
There's probably trolls who are willing to help him.
Man.
Overall,
I don't know.
such a scary situation. And like, the thing was that I've read through his Twitter feed. He posts videos, like he has like a vlog going about this too.
He does.
He seems very out of touch, like with reality.
I just feel like with all people that go to these slings, like really consider, like, are you doing this? Is this actually making someone feel comfortable? Because clearly it's not. Police is getting involved. Like, people are scared. Like, this is not, like, if you really are a fan, if you are someone that cares about the artist, like, you would give them their personal space, treat them like a person.
Can I give you one example of how ridiculous it is?
Sure.
He posted a graph that he made onto his Twitter, right?
Okay. A graph. Why did he make a graph?
This graph, number one, it had no axes marked, which is a real no-no with graphs. Number one,
Label your
it had like
axes.
so on one side it said like Twice's manager, right? JYP, something like the police, and then he wrote his name, right? And then the bottom axis was how much they want to make Nayeon happy, right?
Measurable science right
This
there,
guy
guys.
put his bar like 20 times the length of the other entities on there. This is like
Just
this is what we're dealing with.
No.
really
Here's the thing.
reflect.
In a strange world, we might be able to calculate all that and then make a graph, and he might be right. That don't justify nothing.
Yeah, but
Like that
overall,
doesn't change.
don't be like
you're
this
being
guy.
a creep.
Don't be like this guy. It ruins it for everyone because going
Be
forward, we might get
civilized.
less Twice interactions with the fans because of things like this. It's super selfish. Number one, if she wanted to
Scary.
meet you, she would go out of her way to meet you. Let's be honest here. Number two, she is a celebrity that you do not personally know. She deserves her space. It is
Yep.
it is a, how do I put it? We as fans are lucky that they even let us into their lives as much as they do. They already are willing to let us into their lives way more than they probably should.
Yes, this is true.
And we should just be thankful of that fact alone. Like, I'm big fan of IU, of Twice. Do I ever want to invade their personal space? Hell no. Like,
No,
that's the last thing I
no.
want to do because they are under so much stress. They have one of the most stressful jobs as it is already. And they already have no personal space. And to selfishly try to invade that on your own is just shameful. But that's my take.
It's 2020. It's a new decade. You know, things are changing. Be a
Crazy.
normal person. I know
Be a
that's a lot
nicer
to
person.
Be considerate, yeah.
I'm not even asking for a lot. Be a normal human being.
Yeah.
That seems to be a lot to ask nowadays. Be a normal person that puts stairs where it needs to be and doesn't stalk people when you don't need to stalk people. My God, like, my goodness.
Okay, let's move on to some potentially spicy news. So, 2020 idol dating news.
Yay.
The big one.
My God.
Label SJ and JYP Entertainment confirm Twice's Momo and Super Junior Heechul are dating.
Oh my God!
Congratulations.
All right, before we talk about any of them, let me go through the other one. The second one, which was turned out to be rumors, Play M Entertainment denied rumors that A-Pink's Eunji and X1/Victon's Han Sung-woo are in a relationship. Lastly, SM Entertainment confirms that TVXQ's Changmin is dating a non-celebrity who is younger than him.
Yay, congratulations.
Good for him too. But
Momo Heechul. It actually happened.
oh my
So what's
God!
true, maybe.
We had rumors back in like August, I believe, that
Yeah,
this was
we
a
did.
thing. It was. Ward's really happy about this.
I don't know why, but this is like the cutest couple moment of like ever. Guys.
All right, I'll point out the facts here. There's obviously a large age difference, right? That's a fact here. He's like 38. I think she's 22 or 23. Large age
23.
difference. But at the same time, they are consenting adults. She has cleared the 3 years from debut, so she can date. And honestly, like, his mental age is pretty young. Let's just throw that out there. So it kind of
They balance each other out.
I mean, she doesn't have the highest mental age either, so it kind of works out.
It's a good match, guy.
Yeah, people are calling them Hemo. The second name they're calling them, it's not a derogatory term. They're calling them Homo because of Momo's name. Like, that's the other ship name that people have been throwing out there.
Oh man.
You know, like, we all know that Heechul's like one of the biggest weebs in K-pop. Like,
He was a fan.
and we know he's liked Momo for, like, everyone knew for a long time.
All those moments in, you know, like knowing brothers and then like what's the not
He was
idol
on the
room.
he was on a drinking show with Son Dambi, and she's like, "What is Heechul's ideal type?" And he said, "Young and idol." Like, and you could tell he got comfortable. Like, come on, like,
And then he was like, he talked to JYP. He was like, yo, how would you feel if Twice was dating somebody? And I was like, oh, come on, you man, you asking right now, you asking. Oh man.
overall, I hope in 2020, it seems like mostly people are reacting positive to this. You know, last
Yes.
year at around this time we had the Inkigayo sandwich between Kai and Jenny. People were a little lukewarm on that. Then we got Kang Daniel Gio. People were a little more positive.
Yeah.
Now we got Hicho Momo. People are generally positive about this, which is a good thing.
I like this.
This is the most excited I've been for a relationship like in a long time. Like this is including my own relationship. This is like I don't know why, but this is like a really cute couple. But I hope they date for a very long time.
Yes.
Yes.
Joel
I don't
Lijima.
know what more to say, but
So
happy messages.
before this, so this broke on January 2nd. Before that, everyone thought we were not going to get Dispatch dating news this year because this was not. So the Hicho Momo thing was not dropped by Dispatch. It was dropped by another media source who first reported on the rumors back in August. So everyone's like, "Hey, you just reporting it again, right?" But it actually came out true this time. People thought that the Dispatch news was supposed to be Changmin dating a non-celebrity.
Ah.
Why?
And people thought that Changmin caught wind of it early and was just like, I'm like 30-something. I'll just say that I have a girlfriend. So people think that he ruined Dispatch's like party for the new year.
Nice.
That one's completely fine. The boy's like 32 years old.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
dating a
happy for
non-celebrity.
him.
That like I'm happy he's dating a non-celebrity. It means less eyes are on him.
Right.
Number two, she's younger than him. What do you expect? Like generally males date females who are younger than him. So all of this is great for Changmin. He seems like a really nice guy from what I've seen.
Yes.
Overall, super happy for him.
Yeah.
You're so hype about the Momo Hicho thing.
I'm just not really invested in Changmin, but also, I mean, good for him. I hope his relationship goes in a positive direction as well.
For all the couples.
Yes. But I'm a little more invested in the other.
Dude, Hicho Momo is like,
Oh my god!
like, let's put it this way. It's like,
Fuck you!
it was so meant to be that we thought it was impossible, right? Like
They made
you know
the
why?
meme
You know why?
into
It was the amount of outward flirting Hicho was doing towards Momo whenever they
Yeah.
appeared on the same shows. Everyone's all like, "Oh, this has to be
Quite
just a
direct.
joke."
I wonder what. I wonder a lot of things, and they're never gonna get answered. But
I wonder what language they communicated. So that-
Nihongo, the communication,
because like we all know her Korean's not perfect. We all know his Japanese ain't that good either. So like I bet you it's a mix. I bet you it's honestly a mix. But lastly, our final big news story was SM's plan for the future. So this is directly from SM and a direct translation. In 2020, Red Velvet can be expected to focus on promoting overseas after the success of their latest title song, Psycho. NCT will be returning with more domestic and overseas promotions with the change in NCT Dream's lineup, as well as the possibility of a new unit.
Man.
Called
Shiny's
it.
Mino and Onyu will be discharged from the military, and the two, along with Taemin, are expected to promote as solos.
Interesting.
Super Junior will be returning in late January with the repackaged version of their 9th mini album Time Slip. EXO are planning more concerts, and Girls' Generation will focus on individual promotions. Lastly, the spicy stuff. SM shared that a new girl group is likely to debut this year. The new girl group will mark the first to debut from the label since Red Velvet 6 years ago.
Interesting. 6 years. What a gap.
All right, Red Velvet overseas promotion. That means they're probably coming to New York again, Warren. We are going this time. That's number one. NCT domestic. That means Anita's probably want to go to that. Shiny doing solos. That honestly makes sense to me. Taemin eventually has to go to the military too, so there's no point in doing group stuff. Super Junior getting repackaged. That means we're probably getting another music video. That's cool. EXO more concerts. That might mean a world tour. It might.
Oh.
Girls' Generation individual. That's what's expected. Like I predicted though, SM new girl group. I think it will be girl group of the year when it happens.
I'm just
Not girl group of the year. Rookie girl group of the year. Whoa.
Yes. Rookie. Yes.
I feel like the competitions are kind of aggressive with this generation of girl group debuts, right? You know, like ITZY, big competitors. You know, there's Everglow, man, the trap stuff. Rocket Punch, obviously a strong contender.
I mean, all right, let's fit this in here. Rocket Punch, you got a fan club name finally. What is it, Warren?
Catchy.
Catchy.
What?
Catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy.
Catchy?
No, catchy.
Catchy.
Like, you take the word ketchup, drop the chup and add a chi. That's how you spell it, honestly.
You should have been Rocket
Catchy.
Don, which translates to Team Rocket. That's so much better.
I know, right? What a missed opportunity. I mean, you know what? I'm a catchy, so what can I say?
I'm gonna make one more take before we move on to the quick takes. It really feels like because JYP and SM are both debuting, like, well, they have ITZY and now they're gonna have this future girl group.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like Twice and Red Velvet are in a different generation than Blackpink, just based on content.
Oh, yeah,
Like, big O, YG!
Like, I know Blackpink came out last out of the three, but we generally group those three groups together, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it seems like JYP and SM are ready to, like, all right, we'll still have these groups because those companies generally hold groups for a long time. So it's fine that we've seen with ITZY and Twice, they can manage two groups fine. SM also seems in the place where, like, yeah, Red Velvet, we're like veterans at this point. We can start to think of the future as well. Blackpink, we don't got enough music to even think about having a new group yet. Like,
Oh, man.
I don't know. It just feels like that to me.
I'm telling you, Blackpink has, like 12 songs?
Yeah.
Twice has, 12 comebacks?
Yeah.
It's not a good look, man.
Yeah, also, like, I forgot to mention it at the front, but, like, Red Velvet with this new album, right?
Mm-hmm.
They now have the most #1 albums on Gayon album chart in Korea, 11, surpassing Girls' Generation with 10.
Wow.
Ooh.
So 11 of their albums have gone #1. So they have 11 albums. Twice has like 12, like 11, 12, or 13. Way more if you add in the Japanese stuff. And Blackpink has 13 songs. Just some food for thought.
Yeah, not a good look.
All right, now for the quick takes, but these are like massive quick takes this time. On January 3rd, Coachella announced that Big Bang would be in attendance on Friday, April 10th and Friday, April 17th. So Coachella released this like poster like every year around this time where it has like all the artists on it. Big Bang was on the second line. So they were still in pretty big fonts. And everyone was like, the Big Bang? Like, Big Bang? YG says it's
bang bang.
YG says it's difficult to confirm any specific details on Big Bang's potential contract renewals right now, but they are going to be going to Coachella, so that has to mean something.
Interesting.
Maybe
That's
they're
so
all going
interesting.
separately.
Next one. YG Entertainment announces Lee Hai has left and will not be resigning after her contract expires.
Wow.
Oh man.
She signed with the company back in 2011 after getting the runner-up position on SBS's K-pop Star Season 1. There is also a couple things that underlining this. So y'all remember B.I. of iKON.
Yes.
right.
Lee Hai sent out this picture of her name written. If you viewed it from the side, it said B.I. the way the letters were. So people think they might be collabing. And also, B.I. released the song on his SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So people think they might be collabing right after she leaves YG. Those are the rumors.
Potential new group.
The last YG news. We had big YG news for Anita. They also confirmed Treasure. And they will be debuting as 12 members. I don't know the specific ones, but a member named Ha Yoon Bin has left Treasure and YG Entertainment. They said that he feels his music direction does not match Treasure, which I think is a load of BS. But that was the official statement. Anita,
I'm putting
you
on my
You
hat
hype?
of distrust. I do not believe this.
Anita, are you on the hype train for Treasure?
I am. I mean, it kind of slowed down a bit because it's been almost like a year, but I think.
All right, well, let me blow the
I
hype
still
train
want to
whistle.
see them.
Okay, the hype train's there for
Yes, the train is wrecked.
You're positive now, Warren.
Oh shoot! Right.
The train is wrecked, but they're repairing it.
Yeah, it's gonna start moving again. Yeah.
Okay, here's another one.
Big brain move, Douglas.
Here's
Big brain
another
move.
massive one that came out today. IU signs with the new agency established by longtime manager.
Oh wow.
Oh.
So it was announced today that she has signed. It's called Edam Entertainment, a new company under the Kakao umbrella still though. And it was established by Bae Jong-han, her manager of 12 years. Along with IU, all of her staff, known as the IU team, at her previous company, Kakao M, have moved together to Edom Entertainment. Kakao M, her former agency, has also invested in the new agency and will provide support for the growth of the agency.
This feels like a win-win here. I like this.
So basically, IU's like, all right, I'm too big to just be under Kakao M, and I have my own team. So we're basically going to establish a one-woman agency, still under the Kakao umbrella, so we have distribution and stuff, but we'll manage everything in-house. It makes complete sense to me.
Makes sense to me. I like this.
She's like outgrown the level of just Kakao M. So it makes sense, because like just her alone, she's one of the biggest acts in K-pop alone. So it completely makes sense. And she is super close with her staff. There's stories even in the past that she negotiated her new contract with Kakao M, stating that I will only sign this if you increase the wage of everyone in my team.
Oh,
So she's done that in the past. Lastly, BTS makes history as the first artist to win both grand prizes at the Golden Disc Awards in a single year. BTS won Album of the Year and Digital Song of the Year Daesangs for Map the Soul Persona and Boy With Love respectively. If you want to see all the winners from the Golden Disc Awards, which happened over 2 days, please look them up online. Okay. Comebacks and releases. Anita, tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yes.
Very.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
July, January 8th, Wednesday, we're getting Dream Note, which I believe is a rookie-ish girl group. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure they are. Also, I have it in the wrong section here, but Zico's going to be coming back next Monday as well, so we might be able to cover it next week. Other confirmed comeback news: Ong Sung-woo is coming back in January at some point. G-Friend, February 3rd, first time under the Big Hit umbrella, so that should be cool. B2B, February 6th. Taemin, March. I don't know why they're already announcing that in March. Like, it's really far away, but he's coming back in March. And then lastly, Luna released the teaser image for Burn on New Year's Day at midnight on the dot. So it is going to be happening at some point.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Also, shout out to this Luna hoodie I'm wearing. My sister got it for me for Christmas. So
Yes.
shout out to my sister.
So cute.
But now that we're at the State of the Nation, I shall also talk about other gifts. So, first thing,
Doug.
my sister bought the three of us socks.
Oh, it's so cute. They're so cute. Thank
The
you.
socks she got me, as you can see on the screen, is the pepper spicy socks.
Oh boy.
She got Warren the rocket socks, the rocket punch, and she got Anita the flower socks. So we all got socks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I will wear them to work as soon as I get them.
All right, now it's time for me to be Santa Claus. So I'll start with Warren's stuff. So for Christmas / souvenirs this year, Warren, the first thing I got you, we got some Stella Jong stickers from the concert.
Ooh.
They were giving them out, so you got some stickers.
Oh.
Second thing I got you was the Uju Sonyo As You Wish album.
Dude, oh
This
my
one
god.
was the hardest one to get to. There was like this two-sided moons. I got you the complete moon one. I bought a version for me, and they only had one copy, so I went to other stores until I found it. So I got you this one.
Oh, dude, you didn't have to
Second
hunt
one,
it down.
I got you my favorite version of Feel Special, the big white book, and it came with the pre-order cards.
Oh wait, I'm getting the cards too?
You're getting the cards. There is a poster too, but I can't ship you that because the poster's big. Eventually, when I see you in person, I'll give you the poster.
I don't need the post, dude. My goodness.
Okay, so that's Warren. Those are the things Warren got.
Thank you so much.
Anita got a bunch of funny stuff. Do you want to start with the albums or the funny stuff, Anita? Anita
didn't like my gifts.
Okay, let's take another pause then, because it feels weird giving out Anita her gifts when she's not here. So we'll take a second pause in 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, and we back. Anita is now here to accept her presents.
Yes.
Do you want the normal stuff or the weird stuff first?
Weird. The weird first.
Okay, so the first thing I got you were some NCT strawberry almonds.
What are those?
Is it actual food?
It's a strawberry almonds from NCT.
That sounds delicious.
Oh my god.
Number 2, with the nut theme, I got you some NCT Dream brain nuts.
Oh, okay.
Oreo big brains right there.
And the third and final weird album, I got you some SM Town shiny chocolate.
Wow. Oh my god, I love the packaging.
So those are the weird things.
Is it actual chocolate?
Yeah, it's chocolate. They sell this stuff at the end at the SM Town like fourth floor or top floor.
Yeah.
That is some weird merch.
Okay,
Thank you.
now in terms of the normal stuff.
Okay.
First one is NCT 127, the NCT hashtag 127, the first mini album.
Yes. Great album.
So that's pretty
thank
cool.
you.
The second
Thank
one
you.
was the most difficult thing to find.
know.
The second most difficult thing to find. I went to about 10 music stores before I found this.
Oh my gosh.
It is the Ateez Treasure Episode 2 0 to 1 album.
Yes. Thank
Don't
you
look at the
so
price.
much.
But this album, I literally think I found one of 2 copies in all of Seoul to buy.
Dang.
Man, you went to Yeongpungbungo, man, my man.
I went to, in my whole trip, I went to, I want to say 15 music stores.
Oh
Oh my goodness.
I
Doug.
saw 2 copies of this the entire time.
Oh, wow.
I bought this at the Yongsan iPark Mall. They spoke no English there. They asked me if I wanted a tax return. I had no clue how to say yes or no. Well, I know how to say yes or no to that, but it was not in a touristy area. I went in the middle of nowhere to find this one.
Oh.
iPark Mall.
Yes.
That's like the least touristy area of Korea.
There's a Sayonara Music about 15-minute walk into Yongsan too. I went there to try to find the fancy album. They didn't have it there.
Gee, man.
Yeah, I went to
Dang.
everywhere. So those are your gifts. So
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you guys. Now I'm going to talk about my trip. I'll talk about my trip in a K-pop sense generally, but
Okay.
so the trip, it was my family, which is me, my mom, my dad, my sister who lives in Boston, and we brought her husband, my brother-in-law, who's a white guy. So it was a cool trip for him too. His name's Ray. Shout out to Ray. You the man.
What's up, Ray?
So we went to Korea. So like my family, it's only my second time going. My sister's like second time. My mom and dad both immigrated to America. This is only like in the 40 years or 35 years they've been in America. This is only like their second or third time back. So we don't go very often.
Oh my.
So we went, we saw a lot of the family. So in terms of K-pop, here's what happened. My first day there, when I was jet lagged, I saw some K-pop agencies. First thing I did was I went to Apgujeong Rodeo Station. I walked down the main road to K-Star Road, where they have those teddy bears that are like made for each of the big groups, right?
my
They have
Oh,
those there.
yeah.
Weird thing about that, they have mostly like really Gen 2 groups. Like they don't have many current groups, so they gotta update that at some point.
That's when they made the whole thing over there, so.
Yeah. So in terms of the agencies, I saw SM. Legitimately saw SM, the first building they were ever in. I know they have another building now, but the original building, they still do stuff in there. FNC, saw theirs. I saw the shell of what remains of the JYP building because they're not in that building anymore, the famous one. That's kind of sad. I also thought Cube would be there, but Cube also moved, so I only saw 2 agencies. That was that. Then I went to COEX and SM Town, which is the SM store / museum stuff. That was pretty cool. The weird thing is they sell a bunch of SM stuff, the weird food, the SM albums. On the top floor, they also sell albums from other companies. So that was kind of interesting. So they sell like Twice albums, they sell other groups' albums. So that was pretty cool.
It's a big K-pop party. It's not a SM party. It's a big K-pop party there.
So the main takeaways from the trip is, number one, K-pop is not as visual in Korea as you would think. Like,
Yeah.
if you're in the touristy areas, you used to see Susie's face on everything. Now you see Irene is literally on everything. And then you see Twice is on a bunch of stuff, and BTS is on about everything, right? Other than that, you do not see many K-pop groups on products, other than like Mamamoo on that glasses thing that they're doing, right? You remember the
Oh,
song?
Yes.
And you hear K-pop playing in like the popular areas, but it's no different to like, you know how you go to an American mall, you'll hear like Ariana Grande or like Billie Eilish, same type of deal.
Yeah.
And in terms of K-pop stores, there's not actually that many K-pop stores in Korea. Like, not really. In terms of album hunting, Myeongdong is one of the most touristy areas in Korea, as you guys know. They're famous for the Myeongdong underground section where you buy like the not official goods where they just print stuff. I bought some of those. In terms of actual music stores, there's a couple not official stores. There's one called like Buru Track, which is it's a little bit more individually owned. It's not like a really big store. But then you have some of the stores from the websites we buy from as international fans, like Music Korea, K-Town for You, those stores. Music Korea in Myeongdong is the single best K-pop store in the city.
Wow.
I'm going to throw that out there. I ended up buying 15 albums while I was in Korea.
Oh my god.
4 of them were for you guys. 2 of them were for the nation. 9 of them were for me. The other major thing I bought was I got the Eyes One light stick finally.
Hey.
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this light stick. I think that it's kind of bad. But it was, of course, in Korea, everything is about half as cheap as it is in America because of the lack of shipping.
Right.
So like the light stick on eBay is like $50. I got this for like 30. Albums are normally like 25, 28. In Korea, they're like 14. So that's the thing you got to keep in mind. There are now a lot of stores called With Drama, which sell like twice official goods. Like they'll have like merch from their tours or like twice TV merch, stuff like that. Certain groups have their official merch there. That's not, they also sell the CDs, but they have like, you can get a fan with newest face on it because they did that during a tour or something. There's a couple of those stores. There's a YG pop-up store also in Myeongdong. They didn't have that much stuff though.
Oh, it's a pop-up store.
I went to somewhere called Dongdaemun Design Plaza,
Oh yeah.
which is like a big stadium. They have K-Town for You there, which is where I bought Warren stuff. Also, Dongdaemun Design Plaza has an SM pop-up in there as well. And also, I bought this cool wallet. Check out this. Look at this video.
Oh wow.
It just pops out.
It pops out all my credit cards in a fan motion, so that's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Other than that, I went to some weird places to look for albums. Like, I went in the middle of nowhere, Seoul.
Yeah.
You went to Yongsan I Park Mall. Like that
Yeah.
is shout outs to you, man. That is not an easy place to go as a non-Korean speaking individual.
It was tough. Let's just that mall is very confusing as well.
Yeah,
It makes
it's-
no sense.
It's kind of a dead mall, yeah.
In terms of the album search, I had a list of like 9 albums I wanted to buy personally.
Oh my god.
8 of them were easy. I got all 8 of them at Music Korea. Anita's one was hard to find. And
Sorry.
the single album, the hardest album to find, personally, in all of Korea, is Twice as Fancy.
Yeah.
That album does not exist. Like, in all 15 stores, I saw 2 of Type 2, like 1 of Type C, or I don't know if it's Type A, B, it's A, B, and C. I saw 2 of Type B, 1 of Type C, 0 of Type A, which is the one I wanted.
Dang.
After day 4 of looking, I just said F it and I ordered it on eBay. And I paid the
Wow.
normal price. It does not exist. And maybe they're going to reprint it in the future, but right now it doesn't exist.
I guess it's too popular?
I would literally go into these stores.
Yeah.
I'm like, in Korean, I would say like, 혹시 twice version A 있어요? Which means, do you have twice version A fancy, right? And they'd be like, nope, sold out everywhere. That's what they
Yup.
all said. They even knew that all of their competitors didn't have it, but I still looked at like 15 stores. I never found it.
I bet they have people come in like a couple times a week. They're like, "Hi, I'm here to buy the Twice album." They're like, "No, we
No,
don't
not
have it."
here.
It happened.
Nah.
Like, I was still browsing and someone else asked if they have twice fancy.
Man,
Dang.
They don't have it. And those were like the touristy stores where they do speak English in Myeongdong and stuff. Like, they just don't have the album. They have every other Twice album but that album.
I mean, I did go to Korea in June, and back then it was pretty abundant. Like,
Yeah, it's gone. Right
Man.
now.
Wow.
Maybe I'm sure they're gonna reprint it because they do have every other Twice album, which
Right.
leads me to believe they eventually reprint. So, but right now, does not exist. Lastly, the big thing that happened to me. So there's an indie artist I really like named Stella Jang.
Yeah.
She
What's
has
your
some viral
color?
songs, like the "What's Your Color" thing that's on TikTok. That's her.
hey, that's a TikTok thing.
Yeah, it's viral on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Oh
Um,
man, I'm Jesus.
She also has a song called YOLO, You Only Live Once. That's another like earworm song of hers. I went to her concert. My whole family went, so all 5 of us went. You could only buy 4 tickets, so we bought 2 and then 3. And we had them in a balcony. I was like, that balcony's cool because there wasn't many tickets left. We went there and they're like, oh, the balcony seating is kind of view obstructed. So we moved 2 of the tickets somewhere else, right?
Oh.
And my mom was like, but we're as a group of 5. So it was a little awkward, right? My mom was talking to them. My mom's fluent in Korean. She was talking to them. they felt bad, so they moved the 2 to row 2, seat 1 and 2. Like, I'm a big Stella Jong fan, but I'm not that level of fan. Like, I'm not like, I was sitting next to the fan club people. Like, they had like those Korean wreath like ties and stuff that said like Stella Jong, congratulations on your concert. Like,
Yeah.
and they had like cutouts of her printed out and stuff. Like
The banners.
yeah, they had a cutout of her face going too.
Oh
Like,
my god.
Hey.
so I got to sit row 2. It was bananas, dude. And check out Stella Jang. It's like she ate the albums. She was just as good live as she is on the
yes.
music videos and recordings. Overall, fantastic trip. I'm gonna talk about the trip a little more next week, but for now, that's the K-pop version of the trip. What about you guys? What did you do over break?
Well, if you're on camera, if you're on YouTube, as you can tell, the background looks a little different.
Yeah,
I
looks
moved
nice.
things around. It's still work in progress. I gotta move those acoustic panels more towards this way. I have a little portrait of my favorite albums. If you look closely, there's one K-pop album in there.
It's right in the middle.
It's right in the middle.
It's a punch.
Nobody say it. See if someone can guess or like comment what it is.
I wonder what it is, sir.
But the other 8 are like Korean hip hop albums. Notably CGM's new albums there: Kid Millie, Being Zeno, Kim Simya, Gayo, Just Music East and Just This. That's there. Stuff I got from you guys. My album collection is there. That's that's what I did. I reorganized my room. It does feel very homely now. I've been in this room
Nice.
for about 2 months now.
Can you talk
feel
about
like,
something else?
What?
Can you talk about the movie you saw with a certain someone?
God damn it, Kenny. One of our friends from college is a YouTuber, Kenny JD.
She's
Yeah.
quite popular now.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Shout out to her.
to hang out over break because I was in Michigan. I was like, sure, yeah. And she was like, you want to go see Cats? I was like,
Yeah, she has a series going on right now where she like reviews terrible movies.
yeah, bad beats
Was
in
it
a
good?
movie.
Was it good? Bad?
Anita, the series is called Bad Movies in a
Oh,
Beat.
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Like, bad movies. I mean, I kind of. If you go on her YouTube, I'm sure you'll find me ranting about the video. I mean, the movie. But it's one of those things. I don't. First of all, I don't know if it qualifies as a movie.
Oh my god.
Wow. Dang.
It's kind of lacking in every aspect of the movie. After giving it some thought, the music's cool. You know,
I mean, it's the original music, I would assume.
Andrew
right?
Lloyd Webber. Yeah.
yes and no. There's a bit of weird, strange arrangements in
Oh,
there.
really? Okay.
Like Derulo gets a house remix of one of the
Wait,
songs.
Jason Derulo's in this?
yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
And-
okay. Isn't James Corbin the lead on the poster?
He's
one of
in
the
it. I know
leads.
he's in it.
Oh my goodness. Who else is
And
in this
then,
movie?
like, if you've seen the trailers, they're cats, but with human bodies.
They're creepy, dude.
CGI. Yeah.
Man, if I was a kid, I would have been traumatized. I'm 22 years old. I kind of still am traumatized.
Dang.
Man, I was okay, for a while. Okay, back when I was the first week I was in New York. I was in a parking lot, my family was helping me move stuff, and my dad we were at a hotel. My dad was parking in the nearby nearby parking lot, and the people who ran the parking lot had a cat. And then after like a couple nights, she started recognizing me. I think because like she came up to me and she's like rubbed her body on my leg, and I was like, oh. And then for a while, I was like, man, cats are kind of cute. But now I'm like, no,
Oh
no.
no.
love cats. Man, look, I could do a whole rant video. I could rip it apart into pieces with analysis. I don't even need to do that, really. Just it kind of makes me angry how much money they spent on the movie.
Oh.
Like
They had a big cast and A-list cast.
they had Taylor Swift on it.
Oh my god.
They had Judi Dench on it,
Yeah.
and like it's like, man, they screwed everybody's careers over. Like there was this new female lead. There was this new female lead, this British girl who's a ballerina, just beginning her movie for career, and this is her big first Hollywood movie. This is her breakout, and the whole movie she's like,
now she's the Cats girl.
that one face, So yeah, I feel bad for everybody involved. I hope the investors die in a little pit, alone, lonely.
I thought you were nice this year.
You're positive. You're positive now.
And I hope they get mourned really well. Look, I tried, all right? I tried, but this movie is not something I can. I'm being positive about the movie here.
Yo,
like, this is as good as it gets.
You make me want to go watch it, honestly.
No, don't watch it. Like, I'd rather watch The Room, like, 10 times.
Yeah, but
I had a discussion.
You like The Room, though.
Yeah, but it's like a bad movie in a good way, because you make fun of it. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I kind of said this in the Discord server already, but, like, here's the thing. Like, if you guys could compile me a playlist of music videos that'll last 4 hours, and it's the worst music videos in the history of K-pop, I'll watch that twice, so it's 8 hours, and I'd rather watch that than watch Cats again.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Sugar Free by Tiara. I went and saw it because someone suggested. Someone was like, "Man, is it even worse than Tiara's Sugar Free?" I thought, no, Sugar Free is fine. It's a song. It's an actual music video.
It's a song. All right, but I guess your break is summarized by moving stuff in your room and cats. But let's move on to Anita.
I'm just kidding.
Anita, what have you done over a break?
Not much. Just went home for the holidays. Pretty much it. I got sick New Year's Day, so I'm recovering from a cold. So hopefully my voice is not too bad. I mean, aside from that, it's just been a lot of like resting, eating, per usual.
That's the good stuff.
Just quick PSA, we're still looking for Ateez tickets. So if you're in the market...
Wait, I'm looking for something too.
Plug yourself in.
There is... Okay. Speaking of Stella Jang, her first ever EP, the one that Colors is on, actually came out in 2016 or 17, I believe.
Oh.
If you can find me that album, I will pay you over $100 for it.
Oh my god.
And I will pay for the shipping. So if you know someone, by any chance, if you know someone who has Stella Jang's first EP Colors, hit me up and you will be paid handsomely. There is a bounty out for that.
It's a wonderful album with Colors, Girl Generation, what other songs?
It does not
Raining is there, studio version.
Warren looked it up on Korean auction sites. He only found it one place and it was $100 and they only shipped to Korea.
Dang.
That's how rare this is.
I cannot guarantee as handsome a compensation for the Ateez tickets, but we're still on the market looking for VIP sections 1 or 2, preferably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I feel pressured. Now I feel pressured to plug myself in.
What do you want, Warren? What are you trying to buy?
I am in the market for rollies. If you want to sell rollies for $20, let me know.
Bro, if you just go down the Canal Street, you could get some rollies for $20 in New York, sir. So you said on that.
Some real rollies, legit ones.
But yeah, I'll talk more about my trip over the next couple of weeks. The number one thing that sticks in mind, it was like hot for Korea. It was over 40 like every single day, other than one day.
Nice.
This whole winter is kind of warm, even in New York.
You know how I'm a warm person. I'm always hot, right?
Yeah.
The first day, I made a big oof. I wore 3 layers and a padding.
Oh.
I was sweating, dude. Like, it was not a good look.
Were you wearing the long padding where it comes
I was wearing
down?
a long patty, a hoodie, a sweatshirt, and a t-shirt. Bro, I was
big oof.
dying. But yeah, we'll talk about the trip more in a couple weeks. It was a lot of fun though, and we'll explain trips in a K-pop sense next week.
Now all of us have been in Korea within the last year, so
That's true.
we're Korea trip masters over here. If you guys are traveling to Korea,
If you ever want to go to Korea, hit us up, because between the three of us, I'm sure we can give you suggestions to suit your needs, for sure.
if you guys want to do non-touristy things, let me know. I got the hookup.
But
I know the clubs.
this has been our triumphant return episode of SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank the positive and happy Warren in 2020, the maybe a little bit more robotic than we thought Anita in 2020, and it's your boy Doug, who is turning 1 year older on on Friday. So
Happy birthday.
there's that. We appreciate all of you sticking around over the break, over our weird 2-week gap with the weird episodes. Although some of you guys seem to like it. We will be coming with fire in 2020 and our regular episodes. And we're also going to be trying to do some more YouTube videos in the future. I started a photo card album. Maybe we'll make a video of that. That's one thing I could think of off the top of my head. But we appreciate all of you at home. Please sign up for the Psycho giveaway. And we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.